Hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss the previous year GATE question number 51. This question is from GATE 2011 examination. And this is a common data question, means on this common data we are having the two questions. Okay, so let us read the question. The input voltage given to the converter is, okay, so let us first write the input voltage. VI is equal to 100 into root 2 into sine of 100 pi t, 100 pi t volt. Okay, so this is the input voltage. Also the current drawn is nothing but II, okay, is equal to 10 root 2 into sine of, yes, it is 100 pi t minus pi by 3, right? So this is the one component we are having, plus the second one is a 5 root 2 into sine of 300 pi t plus pi by 4 and plus the 2 root 2 into sine of 500 pi t minus pi by 6 ampere. Okay, so if you check carefully, yes, here we are having the input voltage and this is the input current. Okay, so first question, the input power factor of the converter is, and the second question is the active power drawn by the converter is. Okay, so now here if you check, the input voltage is a purely sinusoidal. It consists of only fundamental component, that is 100 pi. So frequency of the supply, it is 100 pi. Okay, next the frequency of the current, if you check, here we are having the 100 pi, right? So this is the 100 pi we are having. Okay, next 300 pi, this is the 100 pi, here it is a 300 pi, here it is a 500 pi, right? So can we say that the current consists of, or the supply current consists of, yes, this is like a fundamental component. Okay, so it is like a II1. Okay, next this is the third harmonic component, right? So this is like a third harmonic component. This is like a II3, because the frequency is 3 times the fundamental. Okay, 3 times the fundamental. Next here we are having the fifth harmonic, that is the II5. Okay, so here we are having the supply voltage is purely sinusoidal, but current consists of fundamental component, third harmonic component and the fifth harmonic component. Next, now our task is to find input power factor, right? So input power factor, power factor, yes, it is equal to displacement power factor into distortion factor. Okay, now how to find the displacement power factor? If you check or if you recall from the video sessions, yes, in displacement power factor is equal to cosine of angle between, yes, in fundamental component of the supply voltage, that is a VI1, and yes, the II1, right? Cosine of angle between fundamental component of supply voltage and fundamental component of the supply current, okay, or the input current. Okay, but if we check, it is equal to, yes, but supply voltage is a purely sinusoidal, right? So this is nothing but, yes, the fundamental only, right? Supply voltage consists of the fundamental component only, right? So it is like a VI1 only. Okay, so what is the angle between VI1 and II1? It is a pi by 3. So we can write it as a cos of pi by 3. So from this we can write displacement power factor is equal to cos pi by 3, which is equal to 0.5. 0.5. This is the displacement power factor we are having. Okay, displacement power factor. Next, now can we find the distortion factor? The second is distortion factor. DF is equal to what? It is the ratio of, RMS value of fundamental component of current. Okay, so it is a II1. Yes, we have represented it as the II1 RMS divided by RMS value of supply current. Okay, II RMS, right? So if you check II1 RMS means what? RMS value of the fundamental component of the current. Okay, so it is a 10 root 2 into sine, so it is a sinusoidal one. So 10 root 2, it is nothing but the peak value. Okay, So for any sinusoidal term, we know the RMS is equal to peak divided by root 2. So it is a 10 root 2 divided by root 2. This is nothing but II1 RMS. Similarly, how to find the II RMS? Yes, we can find II RMS is nothing but RMS value of fundamental component plus RMS value of third harmonic component plus RMS value of fifth harmonic component, right? We need to square those terms and put it in under root. Okay, so we can write it as under root. I'm writing it like this: under root II RMS is nothing but under root II1 RMS square plus II3 RMS square plus II5 RMS square. Okay, so we can write it as, which is equal to 10 upon under root, yes, II1 RMS square. Okay, so II1 RMS is equal to 10. Okay, so it is a 10 square upon, yes, I3 RMS is nothing but it is a 5 root 2 by root 2. So it is a 5. Okay, so it is a 5 square plus I5 RMS. So it is a 2 square, right? So we can write it as, which is equal to 10 upon, yes, it is like under root 100 plus 25 plus 4, right? So it is a 11.36, 11.36. Okay, 11.36. Okay, so if you check, it is 10 divided by this term. So it is a 0.88, 0.88. Okay, this is the distortion factor. So therefore, what is input power factor? Input power factor is equal to, yes, displacement power factor into distortion factor. Okay, what is the displacement power factor? It is a 0.5 into this is 0.88. So you can write as 0.44. 0.44. This is the input power factor. Okay, so if you check the options, yes, so final answer for the first question is a 0.44, right? So for the first question, it is a 0.44 input power factor. Okay, so it is a product of displacement power factor into distortion factor, right? Next, the active power drawn by the converter. Okay, now active power drawn by the converter means it is like a V into I into cos phi. Okay, so therefore we can write active power. Second question, I am writing it as a B. Active power drawn by converter is equal to, yes, VI RMS. Okay, into, now if you check, the voltage consists of only fundamental component, right? Whether the third harmonic and the fifth harmonic components are present in the voltage? No. Okay, so here active power is nothing but the VI1 RMS into II1 RMS into cosine of the angle between the two. Okay, so here it is like VI RMS is nothing but the VI1 RMS into II1 RMS into cosine of angle between, yes, cosine of angle between VI1 and II1, right? And II1. Okay, so from this we can write it is equal to, what is the VI1 RMS? It is 100. I1 RMS is 10. So we can write it as 100 into 10 into cos of pi by 3. So it is equal to 500. Okay, 100 into 10 into cos of pi by 3. It is a 500 watt, right? This is the active power drawn by converter from supply. Okay, so it is a 500 watt, right? So option B is the correct answer. Is this clear? Okay, so this is about the question number 51. In the next video, we are going to discuss the question number 52. Thank you.